Beoning is this year's best slow burn.
거기에 옳고 그른 건 없어요. 자연의 도덕만 있지.
Servus Freunde, my name is Jimmy Cage and I've just seen Beoning at this year's Vienna International Film Festival. The film was screened at 11:30 and due to its 2.5 hours runtime, it didn't end until 2 o'clock at night. And yet I couldn't have been more awake because the film was that intriguing and mesmerizing, all while it's also extremely slow and elusive. But that only adds to its unique feeling. Beoning is a South Korean mystery drama / thriller that was directed by Chang-dong Lee, who also co-wrote a screenplay with jong-seo. It is the official submission of South Korea for the Best Foreign Language Film category of the Oscars. It is based on the short story Barn Burning by Haruki Murakami and it revolves around 3 characters, Lee Yong-soo, Ben and Shin Hye-mi. On the surface, it could almost qualify as a love triangle, but like so many things in this film, that aspect is only hinted at, and also that description doesn't do the complexity of the film justice. Yong-soo is the protagonist, the one we follow from beginning until the end. He's portrayed by Ah In-yu, who gives an incredible performance. At first, it doesn't seem to be that impressive. Yong-soo is just this nondescript, non-talkative young man with barely any emotional excitations. As I've just said in my opening, Beoning is the very definition of a slow burn. There isn't really that much happening in the film and yet there's a lot going on. The story really begins when Yong-soo is randomly bumping into Hye-mi, an old classmate from school. Soon after, Hye-mi and him develop a little romance, but don't expect much romance here. It's handled very casually and it does take a long time until you can at least say that one side has feelings for the other, because it could also just been this physical relationship. Hye-mi asks Yong-soo to look after her cat while she goes on a trip to Africa. Even though Yong-soo never actually sees the cat, he continues to go to her little apartment and refill the cat's bowl. Beoning is filled with elements of mystery, things that could be real or could be just a figure of imagination. And the cat is just one of many, and the audience will certainly make a lot of assumptions throughout the film and probably be also very definite about most of them. And yet when you look closely, the film's really not that clear at all. When Hye-mi comes back from her trip, she's not alone and the mysterious character Ben is entering the stage. Ben is portrayed by Steven Yeun, who is most known for his role in The Walking Dead, and he also played a lead in last year's crazy horror action comedy Mayhem, which I liked a lot. Ben is very different from Yong-soo. Yong-soo lives at a little farm at the border to North Korea that he has to look after since his father went to prison. Ben has a big luxurious apartment in the city. Yong-soo drives an old rundown pickup truck, Ben drives a Porsche. Yong-soo is very isolated, Ben seems to have a lot of friends. Yong-soo doesn't have much power, Ben is making things happen. Both personalities are mysterious, but Ben's has this threatening and uncomfortable aura. Why is he so rich? What does he actually do? At a crucial point in the film he confesses a crazy hobby. He likes to burn greenhouses, making them disappear, as if they've never existed. At another moment, a crucial line, "It's a metaphor," is spoken. The whole film is a mystery and there won't be any definite answers. Director Chang-dong Lee is playing with different themes. An underlying motif seems to be absence or even death. Many elements are or aren't there. Did Hye-mi really fall into a well as a child? There are characters who deny this, and there is a character who seems to be remembering it to be true. Beoning is enigmatic and the lack of certainty is what makes it so intriguing. Of course it also helps that it is very well shot, beautiful but not too beautiful, and brooding and menacing at the same time. Yong-soo wants to be a writer, which again underlines their theme of fiction and reality. At one point he admits that the world is a mystery to him, and Beoning impressively demonstrates how little is for certain in life and human existence. Life is not easy to figure out, and so isn't this movie. It won't fit into any certain category. It can be mundane and it can also be extraordinary. It can be calm and it can also be super intense. It can be tender and it can also be brutal and disturbing. The second half in particular keeps increasing the tension, but it does so without any cheap genre cliches. And when you're completely convinced something must have happened the way you imagine, there might not even be hard evidence for that at all. I know that I'm a bit vague with my review as well today, but I want you to experience the film with as little knowledge about where it's going as possible. Another perspective that could also be applied is the depiction of South Korean society. The gap between rich and poor, The victors and the losers of certain social and economic developments. What is fair, what is unfair, also what do we inherit from our past, from our parents, and not just in terms of finances, but also what character traits, what flaws. Are we doomed to repeat the mistakes of our fathers? Beoning is a rich and also poetic film, and I hope it will cast a spell on you the same way it did on me. So in German I'd say, Beoning ist schwer zu fassen und zieht einen doch gleichzeitig ganz stark in seinen Bann. Ein großartig gespielter, toll inszenierter und durch geheimnisvoller, ambivalenter Film, der einen nicht so schnell wieder loslässt. I give Beoning 8 out of 10. It's more like 8.4, but I don't do that. Alright, that's it like always. Comment below and let me know what you think about Beoning. You can hit me up on Twitter, Facebook and Instagram simply at TheJimmyCage. And if you enjoyed this episode, please give me a thumbs up, share, subscribe, whatever you like. And make sure you hit that bell for life to tell.